Gonna have a check with mine. It's just saying it's going live.
Technology, eh?
Oh no, thank God for it now. If not, I don't know what we'd all be doing, so cut off. Oh, I don't know whether we're having a little chat. Don't know whether we're live or not. Hang on, your live video starts. This video is now live, but I can't see us. Oh yes,
no,
we're there.
You're on.
Yeah, I can see it. I can already see there's people watching, but I can't. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Missa, I should say. Oh, lovely. Hi, Angel. Lovely to see you. Yeah, I think there's a bit of a delay, so they're not coming up on the streamline, but we've got lots of, thank you, lots of hearts coming in. Thank you very much.
Lovely.
Happy Friday the 13th. Yeah, do you know what I was thinking? It's quite amazing, the energy tonight. So we're all talking about new moons, but it is Friday the 13th, which is a really special date. Are you superstitious at all about Friday the 13th?
Do you know what? I used to be, but I'm not anymore. Really? I'm not anymore. And I've had a really good day today.
That's great.
Nothing's really happened. And the first time, I'm not saying I don't pay attention to dates, of course I do. But today I just sort of got up as normal and was doing my normal stuff. And then somebody said something, or I read something on Facebook about it being Friday the 13th. And I was like, oh my God, it's Friday the 13th. But no, absolutely fine.
It's funny, isn't it? No, it's always been very lucky for me because some few really good things have happened on Friday the 13th for me. So I think it's because I must have been born a witch. But my husband won't travel on Friday the 13th. He says, I'm not doing any, he won't do things. And in Spain, we don't have the number 13 in on flats or houses because it's a very super. Yeah. And in some places, where was I? I think it must have been either in Indonesia, they don't have the 13th floor. So you go 12, 14, and you think, well, it's 30, it's the 13th floor. No, it's the 14th. So they don't have the numbers. They're quite superstitious.
Yeah. But what about, I can't say the word properly, numerology?
Yeah.
What does 13 mean in numerology?
Do you know, I can't remember, and I did a lovely numerology course earlier on this year while we were in lockdown, but I focused on the 1 to 10.
My own numbers. I'm not worried about anybody else.
But I always feel it's a really lucky time because, I mean, if you look at it, it's a very superstitiously charged number, and it's supposed to be a really good time for casting spells, especially Friday, which is the goddess Freyda, is it? Who's full of the bold energy, and then the 13th. So it's supposed to be a great day to cast spells. And I was always taught to cast a spell on Friday the 13th, apart from whatever personal ritual you've got. It's about sort of having a wish and doing it 13 times, or having 13 bay leaves and burning them with your intentions on them. But yeah, so it's supposed to be a great time. But we're going to cast some magical intentions later on today anyway.
Exactly. So again, it is about, you're saying sort of like casting spells, but that is about manifestation and our intentions.
Yeah.
So it's a really good day today. So although the new moon is on Sunday, the 15th, it's really good that we're able to start to set those intentions now.
Yeah. Do you know, I felt it was really quite special because we started the 11 2020. Every time I say 11, I always think of the lift joke. I don't know whether you've seen it with the Scottish guy saying 11. But anyway, so it was the 11th of the 11th, 2020. So I think that this week must be supercharged with magic, and then with this new moon coming up on the 15th, it's supposed to be the gateway for the 2 eclipses that are coming up. So I think the first eclipse falls on the full moon on the 30th. So it's supposed to be really supercharged energy this month. So we've got to really set our intentions.
Selena, tell me, because I've been having really vivid dreams over the last few days. And I spoke to my son, and it was quite funny because my husband woke up and he was like, I've had some crazy dreams. And then I spoke to my son and he went, oh, I had a really crazy dream that my car was stolen. And it seems like within that sort of space between waking, like deep sleep and waking, there is a lot of like vivid visions that are coming in. So whether that's a play on our insecurities, I don't know.
Do you know what I feel more than that? I feel something really intense has happened. Now, I've no idea whether this is right, but I felt, you know, when the veil lifted on the 31st, I feel that was removing a lot of the heavy energy that had been around, because there has been perhaps a build-up of fear, so where the spirits come in and just sort of try to clear it away, or whether it's the date or the planetary, you know, movements. But it just feels that from the 31st, I have felt a change of energy. And I feel so much more lighter and positive than I have done, you know, regardless of what's going on. I feel quite, you know, in my own little world as always, but, you know, I do feel that there's a really lighter energy around. So
Definitely. Since the full moon, my whole energy shifted, like completely, just like shifted to, everything was a lot lighter. I felt more motivated, more driven, really focused as well. It was
I do.
incredible.
And it just feels like a natural push, you know, it does just feel like things are naturally unfolding. And it's that time when no matter sometimes what you do, you've got to step back sometimes and just trust divine timing, haven't you? Because sometimes you put so much effort into things happening, and it just unfolds when it's supposed to, you know.
Absolutely. I mean, Samantha Smith, she says that she keeps waking often at night, and that's been happening to me too. But I'm not sure because I'm getting pretty hot at the moment.
You are hot, darling.
I'm like taking the quilt off. So yeah, but definitely at night it feels like I can feel the energy. Definitely.
Yeah. Susan Stewart says she feels that too. And yeah, Dean Conrad is saying that is that what keeps, it may be what is keeping you awake, because I think the more sensitive that you are to the energies, you know, when you relax and get out of your mind and let things happen, it's easy for this to start happening. So I'm just reading some of the comments. So this lady, Suha, I hope I've pronounced your name correctly. And she asked, has anyone else felt like they've been getting energy visits from people in their past? So is that how you've been feeling?
Yes, I feel, I mean, funnily enough, it's all coming back to me now. But last night I woke up twice, and the first time I felt there was somebody at the end of the bed. And the second time I could feel that there was energy around me. And within my dreams as well, it is like I'm revisiting the past. So it feels as if it actually feels like it's clearing. It feels like all these emotions, these past, I don't know, these incidents that we push down, it feels like they're resurfacing, which they have to do for us to let go. Definitely.
Do you know, it's funny when you say clearing, because that's exactly what I'm just seeing if it's trying to look at some comments that are coming up. I have definitely felt exactly the same. I've been dreaming a lot about my past, and I feel it's coming up, and it feels like there's been a sort of a clearing of the depth of things, and it's just bubbling up and coming out without causing any trauma, just remembering things, good things and bad things. But interestingly enough, this new moon is the new moon in Scorpio, and I feel that with Scorpio, a lot of the time, the Scorpio shell is very hard and it's got quite a defensive way of being. And I feel perhaps, you know, we're now releasing the things that we've covered up with this shell. You know, it is a great time for change. So it feels like that's what's coming up. So you're not the only one, Suha.
We're all feeling it.
Yeah. So, Dawn, I believe you've been channeling. What we're going to do, Pete, because I know people have come on to question why are we here? So Dawn's going to bring a channeled message in from the new moon, or around the time of the new moon, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about new moon manifesting, and then we're going to do some oracle cards or some tarot cards and answer some questions. That's the order of the day.
So far as we've got. So
Oh.
I thought it would be a really good idea. Selena and I got together just to have a chat about what we felt we wanted to do. And we felt it would be really good to actually give a channeled message from spirit. And so I work quite closely with my guides, and I have a particular guide that is my life guide, and he's been with me right from the moment I've been born until I actually go back home again. He'll be with me. And he's actually, so I've managed to sit down, connect to spirit, and he's given me this this message for the new moon. So here it is. But I've got, these are my new glasses, so you have to forgive me because they're very focused. So if I'm moving my head, it's because I'm trying to find my vision to read. Okay. All right. So here we go. Remember, wishes are about your need to ask for assistance and direction towards your highest good. Place your trust inward as you visualize your best self emerging from restrictive patterns of behavior. Unburden yourself now within this beautiful new moon energy. Accept responsibility for your wishes, as it is you that holds the key to your success. Bathing yourself under the new moon until energetic vibrations filter into your consciousness, bringing unlimited potential for growth. Embody with every breath you take the strength of resolve to fulfill your deepest wishes until completion. And that's it. And his name, I've got to credit him because it's not me, and his name is One Feather.
No.
And he's a very, very special guide for me. So he was very pleased to do that. And I can feel it. I can feel it, that vibration. And you know what? It's so true what he's saying, because this is a time of change and new beginnings for the new moon, transformation. But we can set that intention, but it is actually us, ourselves, that can make that happen. So, yeah. I'm all like,
I know. Do you know, it's like you talk so much from the heart. You can feel it. I could feel the energy in my heart. And as you're speaking, I think it does all tie in with what we were just saying. It does feel that, yes, there are changes around the world, and they're pretty intense, chaotic and uncertain. But it feels like the energy has really started to change, and there's a new energy coming out as we're learning. We're so resilient as human beings, and we are energy, and there is a soul beauty within us all, a light that wants to keep shining. And it just feels like this energy is coming in, perhaps with the cosmic energy changes, helping us to do that and feel different, and definitely start viewing the world differently and the changes that are going on in a more positive light. Yeah,
absolutely.
All exciting. Okay, so hello everybody that's just coming on. Lovely to see you all. And I think I've just seen Missy. I think it's like 2 a.m. She's in Arizona. I think it must be, I don't know, really early hours of the morning there. Anyway, so what I was just going to talk about is a little bit about what the new moon means. I'm sure a lot of you already know, but I thought I'd explain. Moving my camera there. So the new moon is all about a time to plant new seeds, a time for new energy coming on. So it's, hi, Anne. Oh, lovely. I'll have a look at that message in a minute. Sorry. So the new moon is all about setting your intentions to what you want to grow as the sort of full moon comes in. So it's like a seed that you plant that you want to grow. So it's all about getting clear on our goals. And I always feel it's like getting clear on our goals and then making that commitment to the goal. So it's a really nice time to sort of sit down and put your energy into what you want to happen, and then start to focus on how it can happen. So, you know, you're not just say, oh yeah, you know, I want a new car, so I've got it. So you start putting those intentions out that you bring in this new car into your wishes and desires. So it's okay doing that, but then you have to focus on it and bring it into your life daily and take steps. You know, start looking for one, start saving for one, start believing in it and feeling it. You just can't sort of put affirmations out there unless you feel the vibration. I was speaking to someone the other day who's was feeling quite self-conscious, and I was saying to her, you know, start with these affirmations even in front of the mirror, like, I am amazing. But if you're saying it, I'm amazing, and you're not really believing it, you lose that vibration, because our body responds to this fantastic vibration. And the universe doesn't really hear your words, it hears the vibration. That's how I always see everything. Yeah. So it's all about sort of setting your intentions and really feeling them and focusing on them and planning to bring them into fruition. And it's about sort of using them wisely as well. I always feel, you know, like you've got so many wishes, and we've all got, you know, unlimited wishes, but I always feel, you know, if you've got wishes, it's good to use them wisely. So I feel it's like saying, it's great to think, okay, I wish to win the lottery, but I also feel it's nicer, easier, or more rewarding to sort of think of a good fortune or abundance coming in, rather than limiting your belief in winning the lottery. I used to do that a lot, and then people say, oh, what do you wish for? And I said, oh, to win the lottery. And my friends said, do you even play the lottery? And I was like, It's very difficult for the universe to fulfill your intentions unless you really take some steps towards it. And it was quite funny, because on the hotlines as well, I'd get some people ring in when I was working on the psychic line, saying, oh, you know, is George Clooney my soulmate? Is he going to come into my life, and can you do some magic to make it happen? And I said, well, you know, I do believe you can send out the intention to meet someone, your ideal man, but to put the intention out to meet George Clooney, it's, you know, miles
He'd be pretty busy, wouldn't he? He'd be pretty busy.
Different social circles. I said it's quite difficult. So I always do a little manifesting sort of ritual. Some of them include a mantra, which is something we'll do on another new moon meeting that we're going to plan. But to do, I just make a comfortable space. You know, I set some candles or incense, or rub some oils, just to make it my little sacred space. It doesn't have to be a great space or a room. It's just somewhere where you can be, even if it's outside, just to be silent and undisturbed for a few minutes. And then I would sit and show some gratitude to the universe for what I already have, because I feel gratitude is so important, especially when you're trying to attract more things, because you've got to be grateful for what you've got already. And then I sit and write down my wishes, or what the next things that I want to do. Again, I try to keep it not these great George Clooney and winning the lottery. You know, something more plausible, more the things that I actually want to happen within the next month or 2 months, because then it's really nice, if you've got them written down, to keep an eye on when it comes to the next new moon, what actually has come into fruition. I do write it down either using coloured pens or pictures or a photograph. You know, I really quite get into it to use all the energy to put behind those words that I'm writing down, so it's got the full vibration. Then I do read them out to myself and visualize them, check that it's really what I want, and I'm not wishing for the wrong thing. And then I see how I can make them happen. So it's like making a bit of a project to see how I can actually help. If I want to write a book, then I will go and think, okay, well, I could join some writing classes, join Facebook writing, so there's little steps you can help yourself achieve your wishes, as well as then the universe will help it come in. So then I read them, see how I can make them happen. I then focus on the new moon, and I can do this daytime or nighttime. I prefer doing it of a nighttime because I love the look of the moon, or the vibration of the moon of the nighttime. I bring my moon guides in to help with this moon manifesting, just by asking them to come closer and to help me manifest my wishes and desires, and to show me clear messages and signs of where I'm to go, and for me to receive the directions or advice needed to achieve my desires. And then I just finish up with saying, I'm forever grateful for your light and magic, and I manifest all in my highest good and of those involved. So, whatever I'm wishing for doesn't do any harm to anyone. So I'm just looking, yes, so don't start a George Clooney fan club. Well, but then, so after I've said to, for the highest good for everybody, and blessed be, or whatever you are, so be it, whatever you want to end with, amen. I then burn the list. Now, I burn this particular list because it releases the energy of the words and the energy that I've put down on paper, and it just releases it out to the universe. So I believe that this gets taken up to the moon, and the moon hears it even more. So, and it makes me feel really good doing it. I then have a duplicate list that I put with the same wishes by my desk. And so I do every day have a little look and focus a bit on it. And then I feel it's really nice at the time of the next moon to have a look and think, okay, what happened with you? What happened? Did these intentions come true? Did George Clooney give me a ring?
My goodness, that's so funny.
Are you setting any new intentions this month, or for this new moon?
Yes, of course. I mean, I love what you're saying there, because you know what? There has to be movement for momentum to come in. So we have to create, we have to vocalize, visualize what we want to happen, and take those steps towards it for the universal momentum to start to push and to get us, in that direction. But for me, I don't know, after the full moon, and I've started to, every night when I go to bed, go through what's been happening on a daily basis. So I'm grateful that I was able to go out for a walk, or that I was able to see my son, or whatever. So building up that gratitude. And I feel very much now that I am in a space very much of gratitude all of the time. But when I think about what I actually want for this new moon, it's more about my emotion, because I feel with all the energy that's going on around us at the moment, sometimes I feel very doubtful about whether or not, it's like doubts that limit me, that limit my potential, if you like. So what I would like to do is I would like to squash those doubts. I want to squash those doubts so that I can actually move forward in the direction that I want to go in.
Yeah, I feel that there'll be so many people that want to do that. But it's funny when you're talking about gratitude, because for me, I feel now so many things that we took for granted, we just can't do. It was my daughter's birthday at the weekend, and instead of being able to, for her to go out and celebrate with her friends and have family round, you know, it was all stopped and it couldn't happen today. Well, Monday, it's my friend's birthday. Normally we all get together and have a really good lunch. There's about 20 of us, and we've done it sort of for so long, and we can't get together now. So those things of even seeing your friends and family, and
Yeah.
you know, the freedom that we took for granted before, of travel, of going to the shops, going to the hairdressers, you know, all these things that we sort of took for granted.
Absolutely.
It makes you now feel very grateful. So sometimes, I mean, obviously everything that's going on is so harsh, but on another side, I think it's been positive in some ways, because I think from our parents' generation, where, you know, there was, you were lucky if you had a TV, you had this, you had that. We went to having so much, you know, there was so much, and there's a lot of perhaps overbuying, overdoing everything. And so, you know, it's horrible now because it's out of balance again. But I don't think we'll ever get back to how we were, you know, just taking things for granted and overbuying and wasting things, because now it feels, God, you know, this is, you know, something's quite very special when you're doing things. It's changed the way I think people feel about things.
Do you know, I really agree, because before the lockdown came in the UK, before it became, you know, we were in this 4-week lockdown, so the shops are closed and everything. Before that, even though we were in different tiers, a couple of times I went out just to get out and went to the shops. And I was walking around and I was thinking, instead of just going in and browsing, my mindset was completely different. Do I really need to go in that shop? Do I really need that?
Yeah.
But because that's not something that I probably would have done before. I would have just gone in. And so I feel that we're going through a period of change, not just in our liberty on what we can and cannot do, but also mentally. I think it's like it's being balanced again. It's like realigning. And you're absolutely right when you say years ago, you only bought what you needed.
Yeah, no, I've done the same tonight. Went out shopping and I picked something up and I thought, really, that's just being greedy. But I do feel that going back to you know, years back as well, it was like food, because I'm just going to get onto my intention. You know,
Oh yes,
years ago, you had, you know, you just ate your breakfast, your dinner, and your lunch, and then your dinner. You didn't snack in between, because we didn't have snacks really. I mean, I remember crisp, you know, you went to the supermarket and there was three brands of cereals, and that was it. You didn't really get crisps, or you might get the ones, the white bags with, when you had the salt that you had
the
to
little
rip open.
salt bag.
But that was when your parents were in the pub and you were sat outside
It.
with your Coca-Cola and your crisps. But you didn't have them every day. You didn't. So, and I feel that it's something we have done so much now, the greed, because we've got all this choice and all this food, you know, there is an element of greed. So I have noticed it myself, because I turn a lot to greed. So my new moon intentions are that I want to lose weight this new moon. In the last lockdown, I was out walking the dog every day, because I was really, I suppose, because of perhaps with fear, I was out with my dog, walking for miles, and I lost weight. Since then, because I've been busy, I find myself just picking, you know, I'll grab food, you know, and not eating at all mindfully, just eating. So this intention, this new moon intention, my one, is to fit into my jeans. So instead, and it's not because being overweight or a body size doesn't matter, you know, it's nothing to do, more to do with, I suppose, feeling about yourself, fitting into clothes, because I don't want to buy new clothes, and then being uncomfortable when you sit down, because all of a sudden, you know, I like doing yoga, and I'm not very good at it, especially if I do it next to my bendy, flexible daughter, and there's me. But the other day I sort of did something, and I thought, oh my God, my stomach's actually in the way. Touching my toes. So my new intention, and my new moon intention, is to set new habits and to also bring in the law of attraction, because if you have, so my new to manifest losing weight, to envision myself or visualize myself slimmer and getting into my jeans and be able to sit in them comfortably, and then bringing in a bit of the law of attraction about eating food, because I think it's a lot of what we do. When I eat something, I think, oh, this is naughty, oh, this will make me fat.
You're not listening to your intuitive self.
I know. Definitely. But then I was thinking this new moon intention is to actually sort of do the law of attraction. So whatever I'm eating is thinking, okay, this is healthy, and it's you know, it's not going to make me fat. This is going to make me feel better, and I will not put on weight. So I'm going into that to do the new moon intention to lose weight, and then on the full moon, as it's to let go, you know, I'm going to let go of those kilos. So it's a new moon weight loss challenge for the menopause genes.
It's funny because I was chatting to a friend of mine today, Susan Stewart, and I'm going to have a chat to her next week. So I'm going to start taking some steps towards getting my waistline under control.
I can help.
Creating that movement to get the momentum going.
Yes. Brilliant. So the next new moon, or when we next get together, we'll have to have a look at how our new moon intentions have gone, and everybody else that's watching or will listen to this, to have a little look, you know, to see if you can do the little new moon wishes list and see how you get on with them. If you really put your intentions in there, and then you can come back on and see how, you know, tell us how you're all getting on. So I'm just going to have a look. Would you like to, I'm just saying a few to Cara. Hello, Cara. It's lovely to see you on. And I just saw Bernie. Where's Bernard Maverick? Oh, I did see him come on, but I was talking. I wonder if he's still there. Lovely to see you. Oh, he's gone. So would you like to do some cards?
Yes, I can do some cards.
And
Shall
what
I
would
do some cards just for the full moon to get sort of like a feel of what's coming up before we start?
Yeah, like just a general reading for the group for the new moon energy. What new things are coming in? George Clooney.
Poor guy. Poor guy. He's been picked on, isn't he? I wonder how many. Oh my goodness. I wonder how many of us would like George Clooney.
I know.
Let us know if George or somebody else. Whoa.
Do you know what the thing is when I think there's so many sort of famous actors that I think are fantastic, but I can never remember their names. You know? I think, oh, what was that guy that was in that film? Johnny Depp.
They're too young for me.
Oh.
That's what I keep thinking.
I like that. So I was just commenting, haha, back off, lady, George is mine. And Kerry's saying, no thanks, far too old.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what I've done is I've just pulled 3 cards, okay, just for this time period now that we're in, going into the new moon. And the first card that I've pulled here is Waves of Prosperity. And so I do feel like there's never a better time than a new moon to actually, as we're saying, set our intentions and to actually get really focused on what we want. And I do feel very much now that there has been an energy shift, because we have been very much stuck in a very dense energy. And so with this card, I feel like it's a time for new opportunities. And as Selena's been saying, as we've been discussing, it's really important that we take those steps, that we start to look for opportunities where we're able to really show our best selves and to have that self-belief in what we can achieve. And I do feel very much, because I know within these times how difficult it is financially if you're not able to work. But I want people to be able to just be open to other opportunities and to have the trust, okay, that things are going to start to change. And I do feel I don't really I I don't really like talking about COVID. I prefer to talk about sort of moving through that, but I do feel as if things are changing. And so this prosperity card, I do actually feel that things are going to start to just move back as they were in a gradual sense. So it actually is quite an uplifting card, and I'm really, really pleased to see it.
Yeah.
The other card that I've got here is friendship. And oh my goodness, if there is a time, that time is now, isn't it? For
Definitely.
everybody to pull together. And this has been such a strange time because friendship has never been so important. And we've seen so much good in people, so much camaraderie, so much just kindness. And this is it's cleansing, it's what's been needed. And so just as we go into this new moon period, I want to encourage people to reach out to your friends, and we should be doing things as a collective. I do feel that very strongly. This solitude that we feel, this isolation, it's time to share. It's not time to close ourselves off. It's time to be open and just to be kind and encourage everybody, like good for everyone. And, you know, there's different ways now that we can actually enjoy ourselves. I know it's like the old, like going out, Selena, you said about birthdays coming up and you're not able to do those things that you did before, but friendship is still so important, and that is going to be a focus, okay, as we move forward. So really do love that card. And the third card that I've pulled here is Make a Wish.
Oh, lovely. How
How incredible is that?
fantastic. Yay.
So to make a wish, yeah, for the new moon. So I really want to encourage you to think about what it is that you want to change. But I also want to give you the gift of empowerment to make that happen. So it's not just about, our wishes, they're so important to us. They hold so much weight. But to empower you to believe that those wishes are tangible, that they're available to you. You just have to take some small steps forward. And actually, if we put these cards together, so make a wish, understand what it is that you want and what you need, and actually to reach out to your friends, to the community that you sort of sit within, for you all to become a part of that process, to build that momentum for what you want. And things aren't going to be static. Things are definitely going to be moving forward, and sort of leveling off is what I want to say. I feel like we are going to be getting back to some semblance of normality. Definitely. So actually, I think they're really good cards.
Beautiful cards. Beautiful cards. Really. Lovely message. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh. So we're just going to pick a few people. I would like to. I'm drawn towards Sandra. And hi, Sandra. And I don't know whether you can see all the comments, Dawn. So if I have a read for Sandra, and then if you see who you're drawn to. If not, I've got the comments here. So lovely to see everybody on. I love this. Can we just read out the comment from Eddie? Good evening all. Hope all is well. I can't be George until the weekend. Oh, damn. I'm sure you're George every day or better. Okay, for Sandra, I don't know whether you have a question, Sandra, or whether I'm just going to pull a card to see what the universe has to say. And then if anybody puts in the comment box if they want a card or if they have a question, and we'll see. We'll try to answer as many questions, or if not, just pull an oracle card for everybody that we can fit in. Okay, so for Sandra. Wow. Okay, Sandra, for you, I feel that there's a lot of movement coming in for you, and I almost feel like saying you may, through fear, be almost turning your back on this opportunity. I feel it's an opportunity for move. It could be a move. You know, I've got this card come in, which could even indicate move overseas, but it is movement. You know, it is movement and finding a lot happy, almost like happy home feeling around it, something to celebrate. And I do feel it's something that is coming into fruition. It may even feel that you're turning away from this opportunity or blocking yourself through unfounded fears. So this speaks of perhaps focusing on the blocks or the negativity instead of the solutions and the way forward. So with this new moon, in fact, it's just come into me. So it's really important at the moment to shake off that energy that you may have felt that's been keeping you maybe a little bit more negative, and set these new moon intentions for what you want to manifest, which is this card, which is either moving or just having these really good things to celebrate, that brings in more stability and brings in this sort of party atmosphere, celebrate, you know, things to celebrate. And I also feel with that, it brings in this balance, financial balance. So whether this is one of your fears that's also worrying about finances, because this is sort of saying, you know, you will get what you need to accomplish what you need. And I feel this lovely figure, the infinity figure, coming in, and it's also actually the figure 8, which is about abundance. So I do feel that you're going to have the necessary funds for what you need. So I hope that makes sense to you, Sandra, and it's been lovely to connect with you.
Yes,
and over to you, Dawn.
Thank you. Okay, so I've been drawn to Simone Gilby. Okay, and Simone is asking, is my move going to go smoothly for me, please? So I've been shuffling my cards, and do you know what, Simone? Absolutely, it is, because the card I've got is ready, set, go. So I feel like this is really going to start to move really, really quickly. And I feel as if it's going to actually bring in so much change, but in a good way. I feel like you've been in a place where you've been a little bit uninspired and in a bit of a wait. So I don't know if there has been a delay or if you are just in a state of waiting, but I know, because I feel like I want to go like this. I feel like I want to go like, yeah, things are really going to start moving very, very quickly. And that's a very, very positive card. And it's like I want to encourage you to be open to just embrace like your heart's desire, really. Like this is what you want and this is what you've dreamt of. And so I really want you to like buy into it and go for it. I've just had another card that came out, and it's inspiration. And I feel like it's like you're being guided. Okay, it's like you're being guided to do this, and I feel like I want to just light loads of little lights around you, and it's like light bulb moments are going to start happening for you. I feel like it's the push you need, and just to get into a brand new space and to just actually just really, really enjoy it. So again, at this time with the new moon, is absolutely perfect. So in answer to your question, yes, I feel that your move is going to go ahead, and I feel that there have been delays, or you've been worried about delays, but I feel like it is ready, set, go.
That's lovely. Dawn, Kerry Taylor Stevenson has popped a question up, and I wondered what you felt about this. But apart from loving a card, which we can pick out, but she would like to ask, I'm a practicing medium, but I feel my psychic side of the readings are a struggle. Can you advise me how I can better this and raise my energy? What would you suggest?
Okay, well, I'm sure, Kerry, you're aware that when you're working with spirit mediumistically and when you're working psychically, you're working within two different energy spaces. So mediumship is a lot higher and psychic is a lot lower, not necessarily denser, but it's a denser, lower energy vibration. And so the very first thing I want to say to you is, because you're aware or you feel that you're struggling in your psychic side of things, there's a little bit of a block there. There's a little bit of, not a fear, but it's like you want to stay within your comfort zone within mediumship. And so I want to encourage you to just be able to open yourself up more and listen to your intuition. Now, what I also feel is really important when you are working as a medium is to, if you're doing a reading as in hybrid, which is both mediumship and psychic, is to start on the mediumship first. Okay, start on the mediumship first. I mean, we all work in different ways. I know, Selena, you work slightly differently as well. But that's what I do. I always start in mediumship and then I will drop into psychic. And I just feel, again, I just want to say, it's not a fear, but it's an anxiety that your psychic isn't as strong as your mediumship. So there are plenty of things there that you can do, plenty of practicing, lots of things you can do. And also, I mean, I continue to and always will be within development. Yeah. Always. And so my sort of go-to advice is stay within development and focus on where you feel you need that support. But fantastic, well done, keep going, just keep going.
Do you know, all that came with me as well is it's trust, isn't it? It's trusting in what you're receiving. It's practice, practice, practice. And when people then say, oh yeah, that was spot on. And the more you do it, the more you build, because it's great that as Dawn said, that you recognize the different energies you're working in. But then the more you practice, then the more you can focus in getting into that right energy space. Funny enough, what came in, because I've just picked a couple of oracle cards. This is the first time I've worked with them, but what came in was protection and boundaries. So maybe there is a little bit of fear behind what you're feeling, so I would suggest also to sit in your power for your mediumship. But then if you're feeling that your psychic side is a bit of a struggle, maybe it's because there's a little bit of fear that you may have heard of years ago, but you're bringing into your practice now, that you might pick up as anything around. So I just feel that it's saying protection. So maybe just you can't see the glare. It's just sort of sitting there and say, ask my spirit guides to protect me. And then I've got boundaries, which I feel is a little bit the same, because you've got your energy bubble. Oh, we can't. The camera's back to front, so I can't.
I know, it's honestly, it's off-putting.
So you've got your energy bubble protecting you. So I feel, I'm not sure that's right, but it just feels that maybe you are a little bit fearful of going more into the psychic world. So maybe it's sort of saying, okay, well, put your energy bubble up, put your boundaries up, and then feel safe to go more in psychically. But yeah, that's all that comes up. And I think it's self-belief with everything as well. And enjoy it. Funny enough, Dawn and I were both talking about that, because pleasure has just popped up. Sometimes I feel as, psychic mediums, we put so much pressure on ourselves because we want to deliver. We work with the heart. We really want to give these fantastic healing messages. And so we do put a lot of pressure on ourselves, preparing for the reading, all this studying that we do to do it. And so but sometimes during that element of practicing and the stress we put on us, we lose the pleasure. And so I do feel, just enjoy what you're doing, and just enjoy what you're doing, and know that you're giving these wonderful messages to people that need it, so keep on going.
Absolutely. I just wanted to say as well, like, trust is very, very important. Trust in what you're getting. Don't doubt yourself. Just trust, and then just give. And expectation is really important as well. Not just your own, like the expectation of the client, but also the expectation of yourself and what you can deliver. So just trust, because just keep going. Keep going.
So Kerry said, thank you, 100% trust, been doing some readings, I would say no fear, but the energy needs to be stronger. That's lovely. Did you want to do a card, or is it to me? Which, I don't know.
To you, to me, to you, to me to you. Well, do you know what? I don't think Frank actually asked for a card. He just said hello, but I do actually feel quite drawn to Frank White, and I do know him, although I haven't seen him or spoken to him for quite a while. But I was looking at the comments, and I was quite drawn to Frank. So if he doesn't mind, I would like to pull a card. Well, I have actually pulled a card. I just want to
whether he liked it or not, he's getting a card.
Yes,
I'm sure he will. Yes, he said thank you. Hi, Frank. Lovely to see you.
Now, and the card I've bought, I haven't bought you anything, Frank, I'm afraid. The card that I've actually drawn for you is A New Dawn. And you know what? It's a beautiful, beautiful card, because again, like, isn't it funny how these cards all come out and they're so relevant to the time, like new beginnings for the new moon. And I just feel very much with you that there has been, like, with all these restrictions and everything, it's really, really tough. It is really tough, that separation from people, and it can cause anxiety, and just makes us emotional. But what I want to say to you, Frank, is the worst is over. That's how I feel. I feel like everything where you felt a little bit stuck and like you're just sort of walking through really thick mud and progress is difficult. This hasn't come to a stop. Now things are really going to start ramping up. And the other thing I wanted to go, because I really wanted to pull this card, and it's the legacy of light. And I just feel this is so relevant for you, because it is about legacy and lineage. And I feel like within your work, the way that you work, you are being divinely guided. And I do keep wanting to go to the lineage. I feel like you're very close, your guides are very close, you work very closely with your guides. And it's like you're able now to break that, if we carry things through in our lineage, I just feel like you are able to break bonds that have bound not just you, but people before, freeing up the energy for the future generations. So I really want to encourage you to carry on with your work, because I feel like sometimes you think, or you have been thinking just recently about this. So I want you to keep moving forward. Know that the not the worst is over, but the delays are over. Okay, and so these are your two cards, which I need to get central because the camera's back to front. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So much love to you.
And he says, yes, it's coming up to his wife's birthday on Sunday, so it's a difficult week. Sending lots of love to you, Frank. Okay, and I was drawn to Cara. Hi, Cara. I hope you're still on. Give us a few pops, a few likes or hearts if you're still there. So what I felt for you, Cara, is a real time to bring your energy into yourself, because I do feel you've been have been all over the place lately. I know that's true for a lot of us, but it does feel that your energy is being very dispersed, and I almost feel like your energies run down. So I feel, first of all, coming into a period, I've got temperance for you, which is all about taking, I feel, this time out for yourself to bring in some balance into your life. And that means sort of with everything, whatever you've been overdoing. So I feel it's a time that you can ask yourself, what have I been doing that's been too much for me? What do I need to bring into balance? So it is that self-care, pause into eat enough food but not eat too much, having a glass of water, make sure you're nourishing yourself and not just feeding the family. You know, it's taking care of yourself, watching what you're watching as well, because it feels like that if you overload yourself, it's just becoming a little bit too much for you. So it does feel that stepping into this time, because I've got temperance and self-love, step into that time where there is self-love, priority for yourself, and not draining all your energy on everybody. And I feel if you take that on, I feel that there's a lot of energy, a lot of new energy moving into the house. So it feels like there's a lot of, almost like it's like with the new moon has brought this new energy in. So it feels like it cleanses what you've been thinking or how you've been feeling on the energy of the house, and brings in a lighter energy. And I actually have the World card comes in, which means it's like the end of a certain situation, but I feel it's the time where you receive the help you've needed, and you're able to give the help that you want to give to people, and it leads on to this sort of movement, synchronicity, or just this movement that's been a bit stagnant lately, that moved on to success and a lot of completion. So I hope that makes sense to you, Cara. I don't even know whether you're still on. I do hope so. And Frank says he gets thanks to both of you, and I read a lot of cards for others, but I don't often get a reading, so that's lovely.
Beautiful. Thank you, Frank. I was just drawn to Frank. You know, I was just like, I've got to go to Frank today.
Lovely. Had some nice times with Frank. I always remember being in the Thundersley Spiritual Church.
Yeah.
Where I first met Frank. It was lovely. I can definitely take a new dawn. I felt for a while that I'm standing on a threshold. That's lovely. Brilliant.
Do you know what, Frank? You are standing on a threshold that is going to take you into something very special. Very, very special. Right. Okay. So I'm going to go to Melanie Wellard. I feel.
Do you know what? I was just thinking, I'll do Melanie next.
We should go to Melanie.
No, I'm just saying what a coincidence, because I've just seen her. I'll see Melanie. Melanie. I was listening to Melanie's musings the other morning, and she was likening the feeling of COVID to the Ghostbusters film. I don't know whether you saw that speech where there was that sort of dark energy sitting under the city. It was such a fantastic description. So it was really well worth listening to. But over to you, Dawn.
Thank you. Right. So Melanie, very drawn to you this evening, and you know, without a shadow of a doubt, this is perfect for you. It is healing heart. Okay, and I know we connect on Facebook, but I don't know you personally. And oh my goodness, my darling, you are a healer, a completely natural healer, and there is such a purity, such a gentleness with you. I just want to smile. I just really want to smile. I know it's like I'm being given the healing hand, and it's incredibly important what you're doing. I feel like I want to say congratulations to you. Okay. And what's also important here, I feel this very much, is that we don't always have to speak with a loud voice. We don't always have to be out there, like really sort of big, bolshy in our approach. Your gentleness opens doors and opens hearts. And what you actually give here is just true healing, true potential. Potential comes up very, very much. Now, alongside this card here, I've got what do you feel? And it's apples and oranges, okay? Which, do you know what? Like, things aren't just black and white. And I feel you're so in tune with your own feelings, and you use these intuitively within your work. I also feel, because we've got the moon here, I feel that the moon does affect you. And I feel like I say visions, but your connections intensify around the time of the moon, or the phases of the moon. And so with your emotions, I also want you to keep your emotions in your priority list, because you're such a giver. You give to lots of people, but I also want you to protect your own energy. Okay. And be kind to yourself as well. Have that time for you. And so absolutely brilliant. You are a fantastic healer. And as I say, the main message I'm being given here is congratulations. Keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing such an amazing job here of upliftment and empowerment. So thank you. Thank you for what you do.
That was lovely. Yeah, lovely. So I've just been drawn to Eddie. I think I don't know whether you want to do another one after this, where or whether you want to.
We've gone to time, haven't we?
Yeah. But
I'll let you finish off, Selena.
Lovely. Okay, I was just drawn to you, Eddie. I'm not sure whether you're still on. Eddie Andrea Calvin. So I don't know if you want to just put a few dung dung dungs or likes or something, let me know you're still on. But I've reset my personal life over the last couple of weeks, and I needed to put myself first for a change. Right, what I feel first of all is that yes, definitely you have done the right thing, because I do feel perhaps you're questioning your actions. Almost feels like in your mind you've got a bit of an argument going on to, have I done the right thing? Was it the right thing to do? Even though you know and you've taken the action, it's almost like there's this other bit of you that's not quite set on you. But what I have is that, yes, you were right to walk away from this situation and move on. So whatever you've reset, it was definitely in the right direction, because now you're moving on to something that's more more aligned with your personal and a higher power, with your needs. It's almost like you've been able to shake something off and set yourself free a bit to achieve your goals and to achieve more happiness and peace. So definitely more on your path. This means that perhaps you're a little bit out of your comfort zone with doing this, but you have done the right thing, because this is going to change your life in the way that it will change the way you think. You feel like you've grown. Your energy feels like it's grown, or it's in that transition of growing, because now perhaps you're still feeling a bit, oh, have I done the right thing? Or that's how it feels. But it just feels like your energy's grown. And with that, you start feeling more self-pride, more freedom, and almost just feeling a lot more confident within yourself and a lot more freer. So you've definitely done the right thing, and I just feel like saying don't doubt yourself, because this situation is just bringing, again, I just get that growth. And funny enough, all I've been feeling is this growth, and as I've looked down at my oracle card, I've got growth as well. So this, definitely, it may be a bit of a difficult transition, but you're definitely doing the right thing, or have done the right thing. So stop giving yourself a hard time over it. Thank you.
Well, that went quickly, didn't it?
I know. Oh,
Because we talk too much, that's why.
So yeah, Eddie's just saying yes. It's made sense. Decided to be single instead of second. Lovely.
Oh, bless
Well
your
done.
heart.
We've definitely done the right thing. Yay. Okay,
So,
that's it.
yeah, that's it.
That's it for
But
me,
what
and
I
that's
would
it
say is
for
we'd really like, because these are going to be regular, so we're going to be doing a new moon and a full moon, so 2 lives a month,
yeah.
just following obviously like the moon phases. And so we'd really like to know that on the next new moon, if you set your intentions and you made your wishes for what you want, what your progress is. Like,
Yeah.
we'd really love to know that, and we'll be sharing ours, even
I'll
though it
show
is to do
you.
with
I
our
shall
weight.
actually wear my jeans and sit down in them comfortably if I can in 2 weeks' time. Not my elasticated waist.
I don't know if I'm going to give up my elasticated waist just yet.
But yeah, we will be coming on, I think it's on the 30th at the same
Yes,
time. So please join us, and we'll come on and do some readings and bring in, because again, it's a very special moon. It's the full moon in eclipse, which is all this supercharged energy. So we'll be talking about ways. Dawn will bring in a channeled message again, and we'll talk about ways of harnessing the magic and the energy of this eclipse full moon, and we'll read some cards. Lovely. Thank you all for coming
perfect.
on. I really enjoyed
Yes,
it.
thank you. Thank you for all your comments and everything. Take care.
I see a load of people, and the others that have come on just now towards the end, we'll try to catch you for cards next time. So see you all on the 30th.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.